helpless romantic that claims that you love deep, you love hard, everything you do is for that other person. You may give up all your free time in hopes to be there for that person. You do everything that you can in your ability for that person, the people that love so deeply. Yet, a lot of times we do not consider when we're giving love to these other people, that's the way that they actually receive and give out their love themselves. There is a difference between each person, whether it be your top 2, 3 types of love languages. And it took me a very long time to figure out within myself exactly the way I love people, my own personal love languages that I've taken accustomed to how I love others. I used to think that I was a physical touch, words of affirmation person. Those are the major 2 love languages that a lot of people claim to have. Physical touch being one of the most top ones. In addition to that, even though that's not one of my main love languages, a previous partner of mine, their love language was that of physical touch, words of affirmation. And the way that we love other people from our own love language, when we give that to another person and we give our 110% within our own love language that we define ourselves, a lot of time it's not received to that recipient of that love that we give out because their language is different. And so in turn, they might not feel as loved by you because you are not giving them their key love languages. When I talk about myself and how in the past I've loved other people, I'm a main acts of service. I like to do things for people. That's my way of showing I care. I'll be there for you and that I love you. I used to go above and beyond, so to speak, for people, helping them out, as in I taught someone I loved how to drive, and I would do these projects that they asked me to do because I myself am an artist. I would decorate and put together these projects, just spending quality time with them. That's another thing that I am big on too, quality time. Within quality time, there was never an instance where the other love languages I would need to possess within that moment while spending time with them, such as physical touch, words of affirmation. I realized words of affirmation has always made me bashful and in a way uncomfortable to be the fact that I would be embarrassed receiving those words of affirmation from people, compliments. They never wowed and took me over in a sense because that wasn't my style of showing appreciation for others. I do compliment people, yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm not just like out there not dishing out, hey, you look good, all of this, that. Nah, it's just when I receive them, a lot of times I didn't know what to do with them other than smile, say thanks, and keep it pushing. Receiving that from a previous relationship of mine, I didn't realize how impactful it was for them to not receive the same thing back. So when it comes to loving others, being able to love them in the way that they need necessary is something that has been a difficult task, constantly clashing within me, because you can claim to love someone as deeply and truly, 100% in your effort, yet if you do not peg the things that they're craving, their love language, they may not feel as loved by you. So then you're constantly in a position where you feel as though your efforts are failing. You're giving them your 100% in your aspect and not theirs. They may receive it a separate way than what you're giving, and they may not interpret it all the way as one of their own. There is definitely a way to compensate for that imbalance, so to speak, if your love languages are not the same. But that doesn't come to the desire to change that person to this particular love language. Having that expectation that someone is to completely change their love language to adapt to yours is something that takes time and patience and trust. Overall, love to be committed to that person while they're navigating how to love you the right way. Not even the right way, the way that you desire, but having that expectation that that person will 100% of the time give you everything that is under that category is something that will always disappoint you, because that person may not even understand the vastness of that love language and how to give it to you the right way. I struggle with that a lot because I've never been a person to dish out words of affirmation. That was something that was lacking a lot in my previous relationship, to which I feel in turn caused it to fail. It takes communication to break through, to explain to your partner that this is the things that you need, that you desire. It is okay to have a different love language than your partner. But it's also important to understand that there are certain things, certain emotions within that other person that are affected by the way that we love each other. These emotions are definitely controllable by that other person. Learning how to truly get a grasp of your own emotion and to navigate through these feelings of doubt, fear, and self-worth when it comes to your partner is something that you have to conquer within a relationship with someone else. As long as both sides are trying their best to give you love in their way, and also trying to add in addition the way that you desire, should be something that you work towards and fight for. Differences should not be a downfall of a relationship. When you come together with someone in a relationship, essentially, in that given time, you're giving yourself to that person. And within relationships, it's a mask. It's copying what we should work towards, which is a marriage. Being in a relationship is a societal level of acceptance that allows you to have access to another person without that promise, that covenant of marriage. And that's something that I myself have definitely steered clear of from now on and going forward, because there is no reason that you should be giving yourself to someone just to stay in a relationship. When you come together with a person, you're choosing them for the rest of your life. That's why you come together for a marriage, and then you allow yourself to completely be one with them. Doing all of these things, knowing that your partner is someone that you choose to be with for the rest of your life, you then understand and adapt to their love language. And in turn, they do that for you as well. And you trust that that person has your best interests at heart. And with that being said, when you two come together and form that bond, that closeness, it is deemed worthy when you come forth within that relationship and make a promise to God as well. A godless relationship will cause everything to be drastically disproportionate. Out the window, you will be doing things that aren't meant to be. We are uniquely crafted, absolutely different from one another. Through that, you're able to build that connection and become each other's keeper.